Welcome to TREV Ministries, where truth is revealed, explained, and visualized. Welcome back once again to T Reacts, where you send it, I react to it, we discuss it, we have fun with it, we learn from it. That's the entire purpose of this series. So I'm really hoping that you continue to send as many videos as possible for me to react to. Again, just want to show you a little glimpse of my channel. Again, I prefer that you go to the community tab so that you could drop some of the videos that you would like me to react to. Again, I know a lot of you send it to me on WhatsApp. That's okay. You could do that as well. And I will just add everything here so that I can, it's organized and I can know what's next to react to. So thank you for those who have already sent. And my encouragement to you is to continue to send. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well. For this video, what I want to do is I want to react to a Facebook link that was sent to me, and according to the topic, it looks like it's polyandry, that is having multiple husbands. In this case, I think it's 2. So we're gonna go right into it. I will watch it and I will react as the video goes on. I think it's a little better that way. Yeah, so let's get right into it.
This is Carl, my husband of 26 years, and this is Tiger, my husband of 10 years. Look at this, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Carl and I are entrepreneurs. We run several companies online, and we've written several books together.
I don't have to watch the whole video. I feel like right now I could just tell you, I think the first difficult conversation that I had was literally on polygamy, and polyandry is a version of that. Yeah, I believe so. Polygamy is the bracket, and then you have polyandry and polygyny, right? So yeah, check out my video. It's difficult conversations parts 1 and 2, I think. No, that's divorce and marriage. Sorry, the very first video I believe was on polygamy specifically, and I think that video was pretty clear. He's not in favor of any form of polygamy. So yeah, I would encourage you to check out that video. I know you're gonna ask me questions. What about the kings? What about Abraham? And check out the video. The video answers all of these questions. So yeah, I think I've kind of eliminated the whole purpose of watching the video, but I'm gonna watch it anyway in case something else comes up that we could speak about. So please check out the other video, Difficult Conversations. Does the Bible support polygamy? Check it out and let me know what you think. So I'm going to continue, but just wanted to plug that in there one time. It's wrong. According to the Bible, it is wrong. It should not be done under any circumstances at all.
For a living, I'm an investor. I sit around and look at numbers and charts and watch stock market all day.
Every lady should have 2 husbands. I'm
No.
legally married to Carl for the past 26 years. We have 3 kids together. When we decided that we wanted to have this multiple relationship structure in our marriage, we went straight to our kids and talked to them about it. We told them exactly what it was, exactly what it was not, and we always kept the door open for them to ask questions, share their thoughts, opinions, feelings, and we always supported them.
That's nice. I think that's nice to communicate with your children. The plans that you're gonna make, especially as it may change the entire structure of the family. I wish I was a part of that discussion because I want to know what it is and what it's not. It's easy for me to assume, just looking at a woman with 2 husbands, what may happen or what has been happening. I don't know. I don't have all the information. Maybe the rest of it comes through the video. I'm not sure. But I really wish I was a part of that discussion in terms of how do things work out. Do they all sleep together on the same bed? I don't even know, how does it work if one of them wanted a divorce? How do you manage the sexual activity? Are they supposed to like each other? There's so many questions I could ask from that. It's a recipe for disaster. That's what it is. And I think it's important to note as well, something is wrong because the Bible says it's wrong. A lot of individuals judge right and wrong based on its effect. So someone will say, well, this is wrong because someone died from it. That's an easily defeatable argument. Easily defeatable, because someone else would say, but I did the same thing and nothing happened to me. My dad did the same thing and nothing happened to me. You cannot judge something right and wrong based on its effect. We judge right and wrong based on what is right. Okay, and that's what the Bible is there for. So even while it might work excellently for them based on what they like and what they don't like, based on their preferences, based on their culture, it might work wonderfully for them, but that does not make it right. It's still not right. So I wanted to just say that as well.
All right.
Get a different task.
But did you see the legs under there?
I have other tasks. In the 12th year of our marriage, Carl and I decided that I was going to have multiple partners because I had met and fallen for another guy. So I came back and reported that to Carl.
So we decided to talk about it. Like, what do we do? How do we go about this? And that began a 2-year journey of Kenya and I just kind of discussing things. We just had to figure things out. So we discussed it for a number of years. I finally came into the knowledge and understanding about feminine, expression, and realized you have to allow women to be free and express themselves. And as a
I don't even know what to say to that. Is he saying that he has this? Is that a general statement? I don't even know. That's what it sounded to me. It sounded to me like this is what he finally understands. The female dynamic, and their need to be free. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, is that the case? Is that something that women prefer? But again, even if every single woman preferred that, it's still wrong. It's still wrong. It just goes to show how far we've deviated from God's ideal. That is something that we actually prefer, to be away from God's ideal, Oh, well, that's wild. But I imagine that a 2-year discussion, A 2-year discussion. I wish I was a part of that discussion. 2 years. It means, well, again, I don't want to assume, but why would it have to take 2 years to discuss something that had already happened? Because according to the video, it says that she fell for another guy and reported it to her husband. So obviously, it is from that point that she has already fallen for another guy that the discussion is going on whether he should be, added to the relationship or not. So what happened during these 2 years? Did she continue that relationship with the other guy before they got married? What exactly is happening here? Boy.
As a man, I need to support her in doing that.
I met Tiger at a Halloween party. He was dressed as Tiger Woods, and he was looking hot and sexy.
Well, I came out and had a dance with you, so we had a nice little romantic, slow dance. It was real nice.
Yes.
How does he feel? How does he feel? My brain cannot fathom that. How does he feel? Because just the fact that he's new to this implies that he would have felt that he was cheated on. How does he feel even now, talking about how it all started? Boy.
And so I decided, I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to see where this leads to.
Right.
So you never told him when you was married? He just felt like he could pursue that. And boy, I feel like that video will end up being 40 minutes the way I talk in there, because so you all met on a dance floor, and according to the man, there was a romantic vibe about it. And it was so good that, yeah, he wants to pursue that. Wow, okay. All right, okay. Boy. Guys, you need to be careful, right? Because my issue, and I guess that's the purpose of T-Reacts, I'm reacting, right? And like there's so many different thoughts running through my mind as to what is happening and what could have happened. And you know, there are so many things that she would have done or chosen not to do that made him think that he can pursue. You understand what I'm saying? So the going to the party, to interacting with the man that kind of way, it maybe that means that she set no kind of boundaries. Maybe she did set boundaries. You know, I have a husband, but the vibe he was feeling there didn't feel like, you know, that she had a husband. You know, there are a lot of individuals that are in relationships, but in them they still move single. You know, they still act single, they still speak single. But that's 12 years into the marriage though.
So those just go right up there, and then the green painting goes in the center.
All right.
I'm super multifaceted. It feels like Carl fits one part of who I am, philosophical and spiritual, and we have these deep conversations. And then the other part is like thrill-seeking, excitement, traveling, and that's who.
Okay. All right. I think that's another reason why a lot of people cheat, whether both men and women, that despite their current partner being able to meet, you know, the most needs, there's that side of you that doesn't really mesh in their relationship, maybe. So you end up finding someone else that brings that out of you, make you, you know, discover things that you've never seen about yourself. I've heard these things as well. You know, I've heard these things as well. But then what exactly is the priority then? What exactly are your values? Because like the seeking the thrill and the fun and the risk, you know, that is something that, you know, if you with your partner long enough, you could kind of balance him out to get to want to do some of these things. You know, why would you need a completely different individual just for that side of you? What exactly is the dominant side of you? Is it that the spiritual, philosophical guy doesn't compromise? He's not fun enough? Boy.
Tiger fits, but I'm both of those people in one body. So I like to have those multiple partnerships.
Is it one nail for each painting?
It's probably gonna be two. Let's do the big painting first.
We're all basically trailblazers in this way, and we all support each other. And that's why I'm so ready to support Tiger and Kenya whenever they need support in their relationship or anything else.
I think a lot of what
Notice he called it their relationship and not our relationship.
people see on a day-to-day is kind of like the whys. Why would anybody do that? Why would that man invite you into his house and have you with his wife? Why? It's a benefit to have another person there. It's a benefit to have somebody that you can kind of relate to, that you can trust, versus just having some random person come in
or cheating,
just
lying, hiding, sneaking.
Yeah, I expected that to be a part of the rationale as well. So rather than cheating and lying and hiding and, you know, kind of causing the relationship to get sour, you prefer to be open about it so that you kind of get the best of both worlds, that you're not ruining the relationship that you have, but you're able to have the other relationship as well. But I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about it. It's still wrong. You know, even if it works for you, it's still wrong. There's so many things. Like, can you imagine how, like, the discussion that she would have had with her children? What is their view on relationships now? You know, and if her daughter has multiple sides, not just two, would she have 3 guys? Boy, that can go so far.
It really adds a lot of serenity to the home.
A lot of guys that I meet are, you know, I always start out by telling guys that I meet, I already am in 2 long-term marriages.
How do they react to that?
Most react well. Oh, I'm dating because I'll always be dating. It's just fun. What can I say? It's hard to explain this because it feels like this is not rocket science.
Wait. What? Just did I what? So is she saying that she has 2 long-term marriages and still dating? Did I misunderstand that? That is wild. If that's what she said, that is wild. Wild. Is she looking for a third? Or is it just the constant seek for something new? That constant seek for fresh attention? What is...
We all love attention, energy, relationships, and love. But the relationships that I'm looking for...
And that's another question too. Can they do that? Like, are the guys, the 2 husbands, it feels so weird saying that. Are they dating out? Are they looking for someone else? What is allowed and not allowed?
For are sort of, they are less time consuming than our relationship. They're more about going out, grabbing a drink, going dancing, having some fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't want to comment on them like them facial expressions, right? But that same thing again. It's just about going out, drinking, eating, dancing, having some fun. But that's how you end up with him. That's literally how you end up with him. So who's to say that someone else doesn't enter the picture the very same way? You understand? Like, and that's another thing too. I think people, you could actually kind of agree with that if you win a girl a specific way, depending on what you did to win that girl, how difficult it was or how easy it was, how much you had to do or how little effort you needed to get that individual, it has been said that if that's the case, then it's kind of easy for another individual to do better than you to get that individual, right? That I don't really agree with that. I'm just saying it. That if I could win you over into a relationship by cheating with you on the relationship that you had before, then it's more likely that, or it's more possible that you might end up cheating on me with someone else. That's something that has been said, So are these 2 men ready for a third man?
It's going to take a lot more to get over the jealousy of having a person that's coming in that may become a sexual partner with you.
Now I have to go back there because my brain didn't bring that.
Of having
Grabbing a drink, going dancing, having some fun.
Okay.
They are less time consuming. We all love attention, energy, relationships, and love. But the relationships that I'm looking for are sort of, they are less time consuming.
So you're still looking for more?
Than our relationship. They're more about going out, grabbing a drink, going dancing, having some fun.
Okay.
it's going to take a lot more to get over the jealousy of having a person that's coming in that may become a sexual partner with you.
Right. So I didn't want to bring that up because, like I said earlier in my reaction, you cannot judge right and wrong based on based on its effect, based on whether it works well for them or not. But since he mentions it, now I'm going to bring it up. Men are generally territorial. Men are generally possessive. And of course, there's a healthy way to do that and there's an unhealthy way to do that. But I think generally all men are that way. I believe all women are that way as well. So I'm happy that he's willing to admit that, because I'm sure that's what the first guy felt. I am sure that's what he felt. He just seems to be more like he looks to be more like the calm type. And of course, it kind of fits the profile of a philosophical, spiritual guy. But I'm sure he felt that too, and he had to struggle with it. I'm sure that's why the conversation took 2 years. you know, because he literally had to be fighting against his own natural desire to want a woman to himself. It's not good for a man to be alone, so I get that. But I'm happy that he's willing to admit that too, because it means then that these two men are living in a constant reality where it is possible that she has found someone else, or someone, an addition, not someone else. It's not like she'll leave two of them for one. She'll probably add the individual to the list, you know. But yeah, I think she made that point clear. It is not that she wants a new marriage, because it's too time consuming, as she already has two of them, but she just goes out just for some fun. But I really agree with his point that you will not be able to avoid the jealousy, the competition, the rivalry. Maybe it's that way between them, and it's not bad enough to affect the relationship. But definitely with a new guy, that's something that they will definitely, I think that they will make noise about, you know. So I'm happy that he's willing to admit that, and I think that's selfish as far as I'm concerned, bro. There are more women than men in this world. Why you sharing one, bro? Anyway, let me finish.
They come in and they wow with, you know, gifts and jewels and all that. That's okay. I can match that. But if somebody comes in and they absolutely steal your heart, I can't match that. I can't come back in and steal it back from them.
Never am I looking to replace you, baby.
You see that facial expression? But I know how I got you. I danced with you. I drank with you. Who knows how far it went? Now I am in a relationship with you. I know exactly how it works. I know exactly how I got you. So if you're still dating, who is to say that there's not someone else that can do better than me? He literally said that. And then she's like, I'll never replace you, babe. Did you see his facial expression? Why? Anyway, yeah, that's it. I usually say that the Bible has a final say, but that's why I recommended my other video, right? I think the Bible is clear. Let me just make sure that you get the point in case you choose not to watch the other video. The Bible is clear. It says, therefore shall a man, singular, leave his father, singular, and his mother, singular, and shall cleave unto his wife, singular, and they, that is two individuals, shall be one flesh. It's actually very clear that it has always been one man and one woman in a heterosexual marriage. That has always been the ideal of God. And of course, we can go throughout the entire Bible and find the very same thing. You know, to avoid, that's 1 Corinthians 7 verse 2. It says, let every man have his own wife, again singular, and let every woman have her own husband, that's singular as well. So the Bible is clear on that, you know, it really is. So yeah, check out the other video as well for some more information. But I think the Bible is clear that polygamy is not of God. It's not of God's ideal. And the Bible is very clear in Proverbs 29. He that follows his instructions, happy is he. If you want to maximize the highest level of temperate happiness in this life, the best way to do that is to follow God's instructions. Any deviation from that, you will never be able to maximize the happiness, the potential happiness that God had in store for us as we follow his instructions. So yeah, that's it basically. I'm gonna end the video now. Thank you again for sending that video. That video was wild. It was, yeah, there's so much more I could say about it, but the video is pretty long enough. So thank you so much for those who watched and you discussed with me as well. Again, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. Anything, really and truly. You want to add to the discussion, you want to disagree with something that I said, you didn't understand something I said, you have some recommendations, you have some new videos you want to send me, that's fine as well. Just let me know down in the comments below. My gentle reminder, please like the video, share it with others, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, TREV Ministries over and out.